everybody, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I've actually made this little bug looking squishy. It was supposed to be a little jelly bean, and then I wanted to make it into a unicorn jelly bean, and then it turned out to be a bug. So that's what we're doing today. Anyway, the reason that I actually wanted to do a jelly bean was because I had this piece of squishy left over, and I know one of you guys commented saying to make it into something. I can't quite remember who it was, but it was one of you, so thank you for that, because I decided to actually just shape it out and actually use it today, as you know, why not? Waste not, want not, and all that. So I just shaped it out into a little bean shape. Actually, to begin with, I was actually going to make it into a peanut, but then I figured the peanut had too much texture. It was at this point that I realised it had too much texture, so I said that really wrong, texture. And then what I did was I just smoothed it all out because peanut would be way too hard, and I figured, I know, I'll do a jelly bean. But then I got to this point and I realised, a jelly bean will be really boring. So I went ahead and took another little mini squishy that I got from one of those 30-piece packets from Amazon. You know, like the really cheap ones which have loads of like weird squishies in. Well, I basically just took a really kind of plain one of those and I cut off a little horn shape and then just attached it to the top of the jelly bean's little head. Also, with the other squishy, I then drew out a wing type shape, and then I just cut this out and I smoothed it all off and stuff like that. I made sure to remove all the outer layer of paint, cut it in half like width-wise, so that I had two of the wings, and then I just stuck them on either side of the body as well. It was really funny because where I'd cut off the wing shape on the other side, I still had the little mouth attached, and I was just like giggling at that for like a good 2 minutes, and you know, what can you do? Also, I did use my scalloped edge scissors, which really came in handy to get like the little wing curves nice and smooth. You don't have to use those if you do by any chance want to make this weird looking bug squishy, but yeah. Anyway, I went ahead and glued on the horn with my hot glue gun. As you can see, I popped it in the wrong place, so I did actually remove it and pop it right on top of the head because I didn't like it on the side so much. And then I hot glued the wings either side of the body just with a tiny bit of hot glue just to hold them in place while the paint kind of dried, because I find the layers of paint is really what keeps all the bits together rather than the hot glue. The hot glue just holds it in place while the paint dries and stuff. So I hope that makes sense. You can of course use fabric glue if you want to. So I painted the whole entirety of the body of the little bean bug. Oh, that's a nice name. I'm going to call him a bean bug. Yeah, in a lilac colour, and then I left that to dry, and then I went in with a white puffy paint and I just painted over the wings so that like all the purple was covered. I did go over like the cracks where like the wings and stuff had kind of met the body just to seal it in with both layers of paint, so I did like a little bit of purple smudged on and then obviously the white. Next, I went in with some Scribbles fabric paint in the colour pink, and I just coloured in the little horn on the very top of the bean bug. I then decided that the wings were a bit boring, so I took some gold fabric paint, which actually was just gold glitter, and I did a nice little design. Then I figured, ew, no, that's quite ugly, and I just took my finger and blended it all in so that I had a nice gold shiny glittery wings on the little bean bug. I don't know if I'm really happy with how this came out, but that's what I did, so that's what I've got. Anyway, once the gold glitter was then dry, I then went ahead and painted on a little kawaii face. I popped black with a mini paintbrush to begin with, along with some pink to make the tongue inside of the mouth, and then I also added some white to the highlight of the eyes. I then went right back in with that pink colour and just added some cheek either side of the eyes, and off camera I actually made the eyes a little bit bigger, but I did also put another layer of gold glitter on the wings because they looked a little bit sparse. So as you can see here, the glitter has now dried and it's super cute and shiny and it's built up really well. It does show it a little bit opaque on camera, but in real life they look really gold and glittery. So yeah, I think it's just the way the light captures the white underneath. As you can see, this little beanbag also squishes really well. Like honestly, it squishes so well. Here's the part where the wing kind of folded on itself and stuck to itself, but with a little gentle peel it went back to normal and it squished just fine afterward, so I won't be squishing it in that way again. But like I said, it squishes really, really well, even the tiny weeny horn, because of the density of the foam with like more licensed squishies and stuff. The holes are a lot smaller, so they squish so much nicer. So yeah, I'm really happy not to have wasted that little heart that I cut off my squishy the other day. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, even though it was a bit weird because I did make quite a little weird creature. But yeah, if you did, please do give it a thumbs up and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!